Hello and welcome to the very first episode of Tales and Treasures. I'm your host, Mr. Almeida. I come from a cold and slightly alcoholic country called Finland. Now, in this first episode, I would like to tell you a little bit about myself and my past, my passion for video games, and as well, how and why I ended up making this channel for everyone to see my gamer lifestyle. But first, let's see and hear the channel's intro. Welcome back. Now let's start from kind of the beginning. See, I'm a relatively young guy. I was born in '93, I'm 27 now, and I didn't really get to experience the era of NES, Super NES, or Sega for that matter, since I wasn't either born yet or was still just a very small child. My first introduction to gaming happened between 1997 and 1999. That's when my cousin had gotten the first PlayStation. So my aunt decided that his Sega Mega Drive 2 should go to the grandparents' place, where all the kids can play those games there. But from all my siblings and my cousins, I was the only one who really spent a lot of time there, even weeks at a time. And I would play to my heart's content. Later, around 2003-ish, my sister and I got the original Xbox as a Christmas present. We only had a handful of games for it, but we truly loved them, especially Midtown Madness 3 and Medal of Honor Frontline. Although my sister might have hated Frontline, since every time we would play together, I would climb up this tall tower and snipe her down from there every single time. I was such a mean big brother. Anyways, that's how my love for the original Xbox began. But I didn't start collecting for it till much later. I even had sold one or two in the between. But when I felt the spark for gaming again, I was also bitten by the collecting bug. So I started with trying to find and buy back some of those games I had sold prior. And I even tried to find those Sega Mega Drive games that I had played as a kid. But we couldn't find those anywhere. What a bummer! Ever since then, I've had the idea in the back of my head that with the help of my cousin, I should try and make a list of all the games that we had back then, and then go on a quest to find them all. But only until recently, when I got the analog Mega SG, I've only really started to try. Collecting can also be a very disheartening experience. Some of the games can be really expensive or just plain impossible to find. So at one point I decided to sell all my games except for a few favorites. But after selling just a few of my games, I regretted it so badly. It was horrible. And since then, I've completely lost my mind and started to collect for other games and systems as well. Now, I have this tendency to play a certain game for a really long time, like Fallout games for example. I could play just one playthrough for months. And I have all these other games that would just sit in myself that I should play as well. And as I explained earlier, I didn't get to experience those amazing retro games when they were new. I'm only just now falling in love with those amazing, beautiful games, and I can't wait to experience them and learn about them and their history. I wanted to make this channel so I could give myself a little boost in playing more of my games, but also so I could share my passion, my discoveries, and all the fun times with you. I want to make videos that are fun, informative, and the best quality I can make. Also, Tales and Treasures isn't just about retro gaming, it's about all kinds of gaming and gaming related stuff. It's about great stories and amazing discoveries. It's going to be an adventure, and I hope to bring you all with me on it. But next up is the game room tour you've been waiting for, or as I like to call it, behold my stuff! Okay, so here we are in my hallway. There, as you can see on the walls, there's some framed posters, Star Wars and Infinity War, and the Dream Theater. And if we go in here, we can see my albums. There's Dream Theater and Rammstein, Megadeth, and other miscellaneous stuff. Don't really listen to CDs that much anymore because of Spotify, but sometimes I like to do that, so I keep them here readily available. Now, into the game room / apartment itself. As you can see, I like to keep everything next to the walls, so there's space in the middle. And I do like to keep them neatly organized. Not just, clutter for clutter's sake. Now here's my awesome Battlefield 4 poster, or wall flag. Love it. And here's my 7-string half acoustic guitar. And here we go. Here's my Halo Guardians Collector's Edition. And underneath there is more Halo stuff. Halo 360 and some steelbooks. And there's crystal and translucent green original Xboxes. NES Mini. Some Nintendo DS. With some Switch steelbooks. Or Pokemon stuff. My DS games. More handhelds. There's my pink Game Boy Advance. My friend actually gave that to me as a gift. And there's some Super Mario Bros. Stuff. And here are all my strategy guides. Most of them are 360 era. I would like to have more of original Xbox era, like that black and front line there. I have plenty of books as well. As you can see, there's some Star Wars and Harry Potter. And there's a Rammstein vinyl and some cups. As you can see, I like to mix them up. I don't like to just have games. I also have plenty of collectible items on display. I like the feeling of museum or whatever you want to call it. So you can just walk around and look what's on the shelves. There's my very small Mega Drive collection and some official Xbox demos and even some factory sealed games. And this shelf mostly have some knickknacks, little stuff, and there's that Mortal Kombat plug and play. Can't wait to test that out someday. The Dark Souls soundtrack. Some game show DVDs and Blu-ray. There's more Nintendo stuff and Zelda stuff. That Ubisoft 30 box, it contains a bunch of Ubisoft game covers made into postcards. They're pretty cool. And here is one of my absolute favorite game series ever, Fallout. I have plenty of collectibles for it. I still don't have all of them, but I'm always on the lookout for New Vegas Collector's Edition, for example. And next up is my Xbox collectibles. Here's my Xbox One Day 1 edition controller. It doesn't work that well anymore, but I do like to display it. And what's a better way to display it than a rose-colored gaming controller stand? It's pretty cool. And underneath here are some original Xbox items that were only given to the press, like this Xbox-ism Tokyo Game Show 2004 premium disc and the premium book. It's all in Japanese though, so don't really understand what's on there. And there's even some sealed items here, like those cords. Also love that Steel Battalion pin. Here are my PlayStation games. A bit more Xbox, those are pretty rare actually. And Wii. And there is my analog Mega SG box and its adapters. These are really slick and cool looking. I can't wait to try them all. And here is my tower of Xbox games. I don't have that many original Xbox games, but my plan is to one day have a complete collection of all regions. But I am happy what I have now. There's even some pretty rare items there and such. Really like this. There's some Ninja Gaiden demos and promotional copies, and even a ninja sword stylus. This Rainbow Six 3 big box is pretty cool as well. The game inside is actually sealed, and there's a headset included in there as well. What is your favorite original Xbox game? Or any Xbox game for that matter? And here is my beloved Stargate collection. I have all the movies and all the seasons. It deserves a special spot in my game room. Here's a Halo 3 Collector's Edition helmet, surrounded by Xbox controllers. There's Call of Duty and Battlefield games. And in those boxes I like to keep all my other controllers. And next there's my TV stand, where I also like to keep stuff displayed, like these Dream Theater guitar picks and these Star Wars items, mugs. And here's my cactus that I have managed to keep alive. Yay! And here is my Battlefield statue with some genuine war collectibles. Kinect animal there in the middle. Down in the bottom there's all my consoles, and they have plenty of space to breathe, so they won't overheat. Sorry about the cord mess in the behind, that's terrible, inexcusable. There's my soundbar and my Samsung TV. There's my NES Mini. And here is the aforementioned analog Mega SG, the white version. It's really beautiful. And there's my game capture device. And above that, I have my Dream Theater flag. And there is my pyramid of steelbooks. I know this isn't the best way to display them. There's like plenty of unused space, but I kinda like it this way, it's more aesthetic. And here is my movie collection. I really have a lot of those as well. And here is my electric guitar. I don't play guitar very well yet, but all in good time. So, that is my game room / apartment. What did you think? Let me know down in the comments. Also, I have some cool LED lights to help set the mood, or in case I want to self-induce a seizure or something. You know how that goes. Sorry about that, I must have dozed off. So, how was the game room tour? It must have been amazing, right? Well, let me know down in the comments. Now, this marks as the beginning of Tales and Treasures, and I'm really excited, and I hope you are too. Now, my plan is to make a new episode once a week, and that new episode should come out on Fridays. And if you want to see more episodes, why won't you, subscribe? And if you want to be notified when that new episode comes about, press the bell icon. So, alrighty then, bye bye then.